Hey folks, my name is Nathan Fryman with Greens Toyota, and this is the Prius Prime. The Prius Prime is Toyota's plug-in hybrid vehicle, and they've called it the Prime due to its increasing efficiency as well as its improved functionality. Now, the Prius Prime hasn't always been around. In fact, Toyota released their first plug-in hybrid in 2012, which was known as the plug-in Prius. This vehicle didn't really shake things up when it came to styling, but because of its functionality, the plug-in hybrid is where it is today. So the Prius plug-in evolved into the Prius Prime and made firstly available in 2017. So much of those changes largely carry over to the 2018 model. So let's have a look. So with the introduction of the Prius Prime in 2017, Toyota upgraded its already efficient hybrid synergy drive. It upgraded this hybrid synergy drive into what is now known as a dual motor drivetrain. What's a dual motor drivetrain? Well, in a traditional hybrid vehicle such as the Prius liftback, there is a gasoline engine as well as two motor generators, a power control unit, some auxiliary and high voltage batteries, and all these systems kind of work together to produce what is known as the hybrid synergy drive. So, a gasoline engine and two electric motor generators. Well, these motor generators are concealed in a transaxle, and each motor generator has its own unique function. MG1 shares a very close relationship with the gas engine and is responsible for sort of starting the gas engine. It uses that motor's power to start up the gasoline engine when needed. MG1 also sends energy back to the high voltage batteries to later be converted into power. Now, MG2 does more of the legwork. MG2 is actually connected to the drive wheels and is responsible for the vehicle's motion. It actually propels the vehicle. This is also the component that gets involved in regenerative braking, which is the act of turning the powertrain tension into energy. So when the car is coasting, there's a tension that is converted into energy to later be used to propel the vehicle again. Now this is why you wouldn't have to charge a traditional Prius liftback, because of the regenerative braking creating more power for the batteries. Thus, you don't need to charge it. Now, speaking of EV, which is electrical vehicle, on a full charge, the Prius Prime can roam about 25 miles before the gasoline engine ever has to enable. And while doing so, you can reach speeds up to 84 miles per hour. That's highway speeds in a plug-in hybrid vehicle. Boom. But the Prius Prime doesn't have to be driven in EV mode. There are two available additional drive modes, making for three total. You have EV mode, which I just discussed. Then we also have HV, which is hybrid vehicle. So all that alien technology that I just discussed in the last couple clips about the two motor generators, and yeah, that's called hybrid synergy drive. And HV is hybrid vehicle mode. So it's going to use that normal system, of course still two generators, but it's only going to use the hybrid system. It's not going to incorporate full electric power. Now, if you want the best of both worlds, that's what the third drive mode is for. It is hybrid or electrical vehicle automatic mode. Now, what this does is it's going to seamlessly blend hybrid and electrical power based on the demands for the drive and the conditions in which you are driving. So it's going to help you get a little more fuel efficiency than you normally would with just hybrid. Not quite as much as you would with just electric, but you're not going to have to charge it as many times. Now, what does this do for the gas mileage? Well, using the 25 electrical only radius, it's rated at 133 mile per gallon equivalent. Equivalent meaning using its EV mode capabilities. Now, without that, the Prius Prime is clocking in at about 54 miles to the gallon. Still a very respectable number for a plug-in hybrid vehicle. So now let's talk about a little bit of the technology that comes with the Prius Prime. Every single trim level of the Prius Prime is going to come standard with in-tune premium audio and its app suite, which features apps such as iHeartRadio, NPR One, Pandora, movie tickets, all those type of things. You can log in from your phone and manage those on your head unit or on your phone connected. What the Prime is also going to do for us is it's going to add some additional apps that are being called Prime apps. This includes a charging management system. From your phone, you can schedule a charge, or you can make the vehicle charge if it's plugged in at home and you're out at dinner and the kids want to go out and do something but the wife's tired and you want to take the Prius, whatever it may be, you can charge it from your phone far distances away. Also, there is a charging map locator, which is going to give a geographical visual representation of charging stations in your area. That's pretty sweet. What else do we got? We got an eco dashboard. From your phone, you can monitor reports and view your efficiency. We also have a remote climate app. From your phone, if you're in the house, wherever you are, and you want the car, if the windows are iced and you need the defroster on, if it's hot as hell outside and you need the AC on, or if it's cold and you need the heat on, you can do that from your phone. The defrosters, the heats, whatever it may be, you can manage all of that from your phone. The climate control will be on for about 10 minutes before it cuts off. More than enough time to warm up the cabin space and defrost the windows. One of my favorite features of the Prius Prime, which if you haven't heard by now, is the Intelligent Drive Coach. What this does is it has programmed the Prius to memorize up to 1,000 of your stops during your daily commute. After about a week of commuting, this thing will remember when you stop, what stoplights, wherever it may be. And then what it's going to do is it's going to coach you on the right time to release the accelerator so that when you get to your stop, your car is already stopping, but it's coasted. Why do you want my car to coast instead of me mashing on the brakes all the time? Well, remember that regenerative braking feature we were discussing? This coach is going to coach you on being a more efficient driver. It's going to get you better fuel economy by remembering 1,000 of your stops and letting you know when the best time to stop is. Wow. And let's definitely not forget the Toyota Safety Sense. The Prius Prime incorporates the full Toyota Safety Sense, including the pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, a full-speed dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure with steering assist, and last but surely not least, an automatic high beam functions. Now to take one step further in the aspect of safety, the Prius Prime offers an intelligent parking assist. The Prime's going to take over the wheels and it's going to parallel park as long as you got the brakes and the accelerator. It's going to take the stress out of stressful parking. This is coupled with intelligent clearance sonar. You can't see it because I don't have a great camera, but there are actually proximity sensors around the vehicle that are going to alert you when the vehicle is approaching a stationary object. It might as well be autopilot. Now, while discussing these more advanced systems, it's very important and crucial that we don't look over some of the other safety features that have been around on Toyotas for a while now, such as blind spot monitoring. A little light will light up in your side view mirror there when the car's in your blind spot to let you know not to change lanes. When you're in reverse, there's what's called rear cross traffic alert, RCTA. What this is going to do is in your backup camera, when you're looking at it and you're backing up, if there is a car or a pedestrian approaching, it's going to start beeping and it's going to actually show you what area that object is coming from or that person is coming from. This thing's safe. Conformed with plug-in hybrid vehicles, I understand this may be a big bite to chew, but how does this supremely advanced plug-in hybrid vehicle stack up against its competition? We all know there's competition. We've all heard of the Chevy Volt with the 54-mile EV cruising range, which is impressive, don't get me wrong, but you have to take into account some other things as well, such as the standard no additional cost STAR safety system, Toyota Safety Sense. Car and Driver rates this as the most comfortable interior plug-in hybrid vehicle when compared to the Chevy Volt. It has a $6,000 less price tag, and not to mention anything with the Toyota badge on it automatically has good reliability and resale value, or so it seems. And sure, other manufacturers are making plug-in hybrid vehicles, but let's face it, Toyota has been the trendsetter in the hybrid world. Toyota has fine-tuned their product over many years of experimentation in the market and experimentation with herself. I mean, let's face it, when you think hybrid, you think Prius. So coming to the rear of the Prius Prime, this is probably the most talked about feature, this dual wave glass design on the rear hatch. Now this is going to help the Prius Prime get a coefficient drag of just 0.25. Insane. And now we have these wraparound LED taillights, which kind of act as a spoiler here. And how's this for a Toyota first? carbon fiber trim on the hatch. This makes it incredibly easy and fluid to open. As you see, it's very tall. I'm 6'8". I still ain't touching it. We have the all weatherproof mats back here, as well as your charging cables will usually be stored in this little compartment here. Now, let's take a look on the inside. You can see very premium materials. You have the illuminated Prius door seal there. Softex premium leather trimmed seats, which are power adjustable, power lumbar, all that good stuff. Prius Prime all-weather floor mats there. Stepping inside, I'm sure the very first thing you're going to notice is this 11-inch HD multimedia screen. This has everything on it, the integrated navigation. You got your AC controls there, your audio controls there. Anything you ever want to mess with, all on that screen. There aren't even any physical buttons. These aren't even buttons. These are like touch sensors. To park, to do everything else, to select your drive modes, your hybrid vehicle, your electric vehicle, your EV auto. Down below are your heated seat controls, mega big cup holders, your center console, which kind of flips sideways there, and your multi-informational display. This is where the intelligent driving coach and all your safety settings, your compasses, anything like that is going to be. You can actually manage the climate control from here too if you want to. It's pretty in-depth. You're going to have to spend a lot of time in this vehicle before you're familiar with it, or if you have a great salesman like myself, we'll teach you how to use it before you leave. Steering wheel, leather wrapped, heated, as well as the seats are heated, if I didn't go over that already. Buttons to navigate the MID, to answer, to off-hook, voice recognition. Coming here, you got your lane departure alert, your dynamic radar cruise control, your conventional cruise control coming here. A brightness adjuster for the MID, automatic high beams, vehicle stability off, the stop-start engine function, the gasoline, and to pop that hood. Now, coming into the rear seats, you are given a pretty decent amount of space back here. You got a nice little privacy light. Again, Prius door seals, not illuminated up here. All-weather Prius Prime specific floor mats. Premium Softex leather, trimmed second row here. It's only a four-seater. There is no middle seat there. They've swapped that out, giving you two huge cup holders, a second center console, and a nice little indentation in case you did want to move that. One last external view of the Prius Prime plug-in hybrid. So if you haven't realized by now, the 2018 Toyota Prius Prime is the most dynamic vehicle to join the Prius family tree. And if you're interested in your very own private showing and demonstration of the Prime, as well as every other Toyota vehicle on the lot here at Greens Toyota, give me a call or text at 859-338-0573, or shoot me an email over at Nathan Fryman, the words @greens@gmail.com. Again, my name is Nathan Fryman with Greens Toyota, and it's been a pleasure.